Hello, and welcome to another episode of Heartfelt Hustle. I'm your host, Sush, and I am so glad you are here. Today, we are diving into something incredibly exciting. As we approach mid December, something that will help you lead with clarity and something that will help you build your vision for 2025. If you are feeling like the past year flew by or you are unsure how to approach the new year, don't worry. This episode is going to be all about creating a clear and inspiring vision that aligns with your values. If you are feeling like you have been ticking things off your list, but you in some way or the other lack the connection, the passion, or you're not feeling content, then this episode is here to help you understand that it's not just about setting goals. It's about ensuring those goals reflect the kind of life and business you truly want to create. So grab your favorite drink, a notebook, and let's get working for the notes of your 2025 vision that feels purposeful, achievable, as well as fulfilling.
Welcome to Heartfelt Hustle, the podcast that dives deep into the heart and hustle of entrepreneurship, where our dreams meet reality and where our passions fuel our success. I'm your host, Sushmita Jain, a launch strategist and operations director, founder of an outsourcing agency. Most of my clients call me their right-hand woman, and most importantly, a curious soul as well as a nerd. I am here to share my experiences. I am here to share my insights. I am here to share practical tips that will help you build a thriving and a sustainable business. Whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur, a seasoned business owner, or someone looking to infuse more heart into your hustle, I am here and this podcast is for you. Each week, we'll dive into topics ranging from reconnecting to your passions, your soul, your why, and overcoming the roadblocks of your growth journey. So grab a cup of coffee, get comfortable, and let's dig into this heartfelt hustle together.
Let's start this episode with a question. Why does having a purpose-driven vision matter? It's easy to get caught up in the hustle of getting ambitious goals or setting ambitious goals, maybe hitting six figures, launching a product or an offer, getting your audience and growing it further, building relationships with them. But goals without a purpose can lead to disconnect and misalignment. Like, why do you want to hit figures? Or why do you want to get that offer out? Or what is your why behind it? What is the reason? How is it going to help you fulfill that, mission or purpose you are on? How is it going to help you build that further connection? Why are you looking forward to connect with your audience? What is the reason behind it? A purpose-driven vision, on the other hand, acts like literally your North Star. It ensures that every step you take is intentional and aligned with your values. This way, you're not just working hard, but rather you're working smart and you're staying true to what really matters to you. And when you do so, your audience can feel it all. Here's a quick example from my own journey. A few years ago, we did hit six figures when it comes to building a six-figure agency mark in my business. It did make me happy, but I was not content. And at that point of time, we were all focusing, my team, my husband, I work with my husband, and all our focus was just on building and growing the agency. So I was happy that we did hit that mark, but I was not content. I was feeling there was something missing. And, at the same time, I felt exhausted. I felt disconnected from my why behind my work. And we were supporting clients, we were building and bringing clients' vision to life, which is so fulfilling. But I was only offering the done for you, and that was never my plan. And naturally, I'm someone who naturally shifts between seeing the bigger picture, which is very essential when it comes to working on strategic work, and managing granular details, which is again crucial for execution. And in fact, I have had few people who I have worked with say to me that I am a rare blend of visionary thinking as well as practically doing stuff. And that's how I actually help my team build that, vision, build that idea we have in our mind and I have discussed with my client into life. So that makes me exceptional at building the gap or bridging the gap between ideas and action. And this balance allows me to create strategies that are not only insightful, but also executable, and they are something which can be worked on and, built to life to deliver projects that align perfectly with my client's strategic vision or even my own strategic vision for my own project. So that's something that is always so fulfilling and helps me reconnect with my work so much that I make sure we are working on both the aspects of the business growth and we're supporting clients in both ways. And that's how different offer suites or different offers we have help me connect with my work. And it's very interesting, because I do so much work, but when I'm doing both of them together and when I am, working on both kind of projects, when I'm even sharing ideas with you via these podcast episodes and all of those kind of things, it is a lot of work, but it makes me happy. And that's exactly what makes me happy and what it gives me that fulfilling feeling is when my growth is aligning with the impact I want to make. So I want to ask you right now, are you doing things just to tick things off, or are you doing things which feels fulfilling? Because what is fulfilling is when your growth aligns with the impact you want to make. And now that we've covered why purpose-driven vision matters, let's get into the how. I am just going to, I've simplified it as much as I can for you, and I'm going to walk you through a very simple framework which can help you map out or build out your vision for 2025. So grab that notebook and here's your first step. First step is always going to be about reflection. So I want you to reflect on 2024. Take some time to look back on the past year. What were your biggest wins? What lessons did you learn? Where did you feel in flow? And where did things feel off? Here are some journaling prompts I think definitely will help you and guide you. What felt fulfilling for you this year? What values showed up in your work and life? What drained your energy, or maybe what even energized you? Because reflection is powerful and it helps you identify what to do or what you should focus on moving forward and what you should leave behind. And if you need help or inspiration, check my previous episode as well, where I share my lessons with you guys. It's gonna give you some ideas when it comes to even how you could work and, just process your reflection for 2024 as well. Then I want you to define your core values, or even what's gonna be your focus, or some people like to call it your word for the year as well. So what is it? Like once you've reflected, the next step is to choose your top 3 to 5 values for the new year, or what's going to be your focus for the new year, because these values or this focus will act as your filter for making decisions. For example, if what you want to focus on, or what's going to be one of the core values that you will be focusing on is going to be family, like it is going to be for me, you might decide to set boundaries around work hours. Or if you want to have more quality time at home, how are you going to build in those routines? If creativity is a value that you want to prioritize, then you want to make sure that you are trying out creative ideas. You are trying out, creative ways to maybe share your message, create content, express yourself, test things out. But for you to test things out, you will have to go through this process and focus on what is it that you want to do. So take a moment and jot down your values, or come back to this step again after this episode. Next, visualize the big picture. Now, this is the fun part, like you want to dream big, you want to, picture yourself at the end of the year. What does life look like? What does your business look like? How do you feel? And, one exercise I would love you to do, and this is something that I have learned from someone who I have worked with, and I still work with them, and we do this exercise every single year. I have been part of this amazing community, which is Brand Creators by one of my friend, Guna, and, we do this every single year, where it's more of an extension of what we do every single month as well. Like we do data brand sessions as well. It's something kind of like that. So I would love you to imagine, and it's December 31st, 2025, and you are writing a letter to yourself about everything you have accomplished and how proud you are. And that's going to be more of letter where you do write things that you want to get done, but as if you've already done them. And it feels like more of a process where you go through what is it that you want to accomplish, but since you are writing it as if you have already accomplished it, when you look back at it at the end of 2025, it would again help you see and reflect further as well. So try it out, because this visualization can help you set your intentions for the year ahead, and plus act as your GPS for the year ahead. And plus, when you're reflecting next year, it's going to be one of the core documents you will go through as well. So definitely try it out. Next, break it down into actionable goals, because yes, visualizations are great. Yes, having an idea of what you want to accomplish is great, but taking your vision and translating it into bite-sized goals is very important. It's setting up milestones and then breaking it further into, specific projects. That's what is going to give you structure. And then you think about what you can achieve each quarter, what projects or habits you need or you will need to help you get there, and all of those kind of things. So, for example, if your vision includes launching a new offer out in quarter one, then you need to understand what is it that is needed when it comes to making it happen. Because when you're breaking things down, you are gonna feel less overwhelmed, and rather you can see the picture of how you can make it possible, right? So, and now that we've talked about this simple but mighty framework, let's talk about another elephant in the room, which is, what if it feels overwhelming? Like, it's completely normal to feel a little bit unsure or even feel intimidated by the vision building process. And I feel, and I've had a chat about this with few people, and here are some of the common challenges and what people feel and how maybe you could overcome them as well. So, for example, a lot of people feel that they've, like there's this fear of I'm dreaming too big. So it's easy to think that what if I'm aiming too high and what if I fail? But what if you're not? Or what if, you have an action plan to make it possible? Because a small vision on your vision board is, something that's not going to challenge you as well. So dreaming big is great. You want to be challenged. You want to work on your vision. You want to build that progress, but you don't want to focus on being a perfectionist, but rather you want to focus on like making things happen with small, mighty, actionable steps, even repeatable steps that are needed to bring that vision to life. So challenge yourself, dream big. That's not anything that's bad, And then there's another thing that challenges a lot of people is not knowing where to start. If the process feels overwhelming, keep it simple. Just focus on one step at a time. Start maybe with reflection, look back on 2024 and let those insights guide you, and then work on the next step. So, so today maybe you're just focusing on reflection. The next thing you do maybe next weekend, give yourself time, be gracious, but make sure you're working on things. That is what matters. So next is something, again, what I have seen and noticed, and sometimes obviously me being a human, even I need this, is staying motivated throughout the year, because accountability is key. And sharing your vision with someone you trust, whether it's a friend, a coach, or a community, that's going to be a game changer, because your vision isn't set in stone. You can, just like your life around you evolves and things change and maybe you need to adjust, your vision can adjust too. So, yeah, why not? And when it comes to accountability, I would love to support you as well. I have my membership where we work on building aligned visions. We work on, bringing those ideas to life and things like that. So my membership, the Strategy Lab, is open, and I would love to have you there as well. So if you are someone who is looking forward for support, who is looking forward to be part of a community, to bounce off ideas, get brainstorming and get maybe templates, get how to structure their business and things like that, and get all of the kind of support, then you have my invitation for you. So here is a snapshot, and here is me simplifying it. So thank you so much for tuning in today's episode of Heartfelt Hustle. I hope you feel inspired to start building your vision for 2025, and if you are thinking, how do I make it work? So here's a very simple pointers for you. Block out maybe an hour this week to reflect on 2024, and I have given you the prompts above. So, and plus there's this blog version of this podcast episode as well, if you need, the written bits to reflect back on, to see and get inspiration from as well. So check that out on my blog too. Then write down your top 3 to 5 values of focus for 2025. Create a vision board maybe, or mind map, or even, like I said, write the letter to yourself as to what you want to achieve, and commit to reviewing your vision monthly to stay aligned and make adjustments when you need. Because building a vision is a process. It's not a one-time task, and it's about aligning with what that truly matters. And as you grow and evolve, if you need, changes or shifting or adjusting, that's okay as well. So if you loved this episode, I would be so grateful if you could share it on social media or share your reviews with us below. And if you feel this is something which, will help one of your business besties as well, then make sure you share this episode with them too. I would see you in the next episode next week. Until then, bye for now. See ya.